On July 16th, 2026, me and my aunt chased Big Boy on its return journey during the Merger Distraction Tour. We tried chasing it from Knox, where it was stopping, to Valparaiso, Indiana, which went terribly, which you'll know about if you saw the last video. Either way, we were now in Valpo and had to drive home, and I was looking for a bit of redemption, and a spot that I knew we could stop at on the way was none other than Otis Hill, which I was really eager to shoot at again, and that was a really good decision, because holy moly, the trains were pretty crazy. Of course, there was one major issue, and that was, of course, the smoke from the Canadian wildfires that were occurring during this, and are still making me unable to go outside as the recording of this video. But, I was just going to sit in the car because I'm not going to pass up an opportunity to go to Otis Hill, and my aunt had literally just gotten the air filter in her car cleaned out that morning, so I knew that we would be fine. Once we pulled up and parked, I was immediately jump scared by a sudden meet as 20AX and CPKC 731 both appeared at the same time, the latter having an ACU leader. Once the meet was over, I figured that since there had just been a train in both directions, there wouldn't be another one for a while. Turns out that was dead wrong, because 5 minutes later, B09 came out of absolutely nowhere and jump scared me. And even once B08 was gone, the action did not stop, because 10 minutes later, 265 appeared out of thin air and for some reason rolled to a stop just short of the crossing. After the train rolled to a halt, I took some stills while pondering why this was happening. I was assuming it was waiting for a higher priority eastbound, but it wasn't, because before any other trains went by, it suddenly turned its lights on and started throttling up. I have no idea why it stopped here at all. Also, during the acceleration, the engines put out a lot of smoke, and you know it was bad when you could clearly see it despite how much smoke was already in the air on this day. Due to the extreme strain of the engines and the fact it was going downhill, 265 accelerated to track speed by the time the tail end passed. After that train cleared, I decided to look at the Chesterton cam since the light had turned green for an eastbound, and so I wanted to see what it was. And, it was NS64M with NS4005 in the lead, one of the shadow bonnets. I normally can't see eastbounds going over Otis Hill because it's too far away from LaPorte. So what'll happen is I'll see a train going east on the Chesterton cam, but then I can't go to Otis Hill because the train will get there before I do. So this was an opportunity I wasn't going to pass up to see a special unit on an eastbound at this spot. And since Otis Hill is so close to Chesterton, it wasn't long before I heard engine rumbling from around the trees, and 4005 appeared, beautifully leading around the curve and over the embankment. In addition to 4005, the GATX Airslide Hopper buffer cars at the front and end of this train were also a nice bonus. Following shortly behind 4005 was NS264, with a very special unit trailing second. None other than NS1030, the Forgotten Heritage Unit. Oh, and it also blocked NS27G, which was just lovely. After that, the rush ended, and so we only got one more train, which was NS257, with 9762 trailing second, which is a partial Whiteface-9, that really does not want to leave me alone, because this is the third time I have seen it on this line. Hey, I'm not complaining, it's rare, but still. With no more trains coming and our lungs thoroughly messed up, it was finally time to leave Otis Hill. Norfolk Southern, thank you so much for sending me so much crazy, insane power in the few hours I was there. I was only at Otis Hill from like 3 to like 4:45, and I got that many trains. I think this was NS's way of showing that they still have value after me just chasing Union Pacific's Big Boy, which is obviously from a company that's going to delete them as soon as they can. But I guess that's just speculation, and I'm personifying freaking trains. I know the dispatchers aren't thinking that hard. Anyways, enough yapping. I do this way too often. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to catch those units while you can, especially the forgotten ones, and I will see you in the next video.